Hello, Scorpio. Thank you for tuning into your love read. I don't know why that looks like maybe it's not askew. Maybe I'm just crazy. Um, using the Thelma Tarot. There's two different sides here. For the main read, it's by Renata Lechner. Takes me a minute. And for the supportive oracle cards, the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Just trying to change it up a little bit. Alright, so I do relationship first, single second. Where are we starting? Okay. Ten of Wands. Working through the burdens is what I'm getting from this. Ten of Wands, working through the burdens. Alright. Alright, so you're working through the burdens, but let's just see how it develops. I'm trying to get a head start, but they're like, nah, just kind of read it where it is. Now, Four of Pentacles. This is typically a miserly card, but with this card, I have to say, it has a different feel for me. Other decks, it's usually miserly, holding on, blah, blah, blah. This one, I feel like it's more protective, more saving up for a rainy day. You know, it's kind of like putting your treasure to the side, just having that. It's more about, planning for the future and being kind of excited about it. It's a little bit of fun, a little bit of joy with it, just kind of like proud of yourself for putting some stuff to the side, like that type of feel. This isn't your challenge position. And what's actually happening are things are moving around you pretty quickly, but I feel like you are stashing some money to the side. I feel like something's getting stashed to the side, and I'm thinking it's money. And I feel like you're very proud of yourself for doing this. The more you can actually do, the better you're gonna make out in the long run. I don't feel like that's a very shocking comment, but the fact that the Four of Pentacles is in your challenge position, it's like saying you're not going to want to be as conservative as you should be at this time. Things are moving fast, but they're saying the more restraint you have, the better you're going to like it in the long run. Okay. So that seems to be what we're starting with. Now, your partner, see, this is another reason why that the more you can hold aside, the better it's going to be. Your partner has the Page of Pentacles, which is a very dedicated follower, is what I'm getting. Your partner is very much wanting to conserve at this point. Your partner wants to conserve, the more the better. I feel like that's where they're standing, but they're not overbearing about it. They have the Page energy, which is kind of like they're suggesting it, and they're hoping you want to do it too, but they're not. I don't feel like they're very pushy about it. Now, they're not demanding. How's that? But the more you're willing to save and put to the side, definitely the better it's going to work out for you in the long run, but the better it makes your partner feel too. And their challenge card, I'm noticing, is the Temperance, to give you time to really, they're going to have to be patient with the situation. You're not just going to be completely conservative about the situation, is what I'm getting. But I feel like you might be a little bit more conducive to what they want than they realize. I feel like they have to just kind of wait it out. And I feel like that's why Temperance is their challenge card, because they have to wait for you to really kind of be like, all right, this is a good situation. I'm also getting Temperance in another reason, because they're worried that you'll save today but spend literally tomorrow. That's another thing they're worried about is what I'm getting here. Kind of like you'll put something to the side for later, and for example, say it's for next year, but a week or two will go by, and you might find that, oh, I kind of need that, so I'm going to use that now. That's what they're worried about, if that makes sense. They're feeling like even the stuff that's saved now might not have the stability to stay in a saved position until it's actually needed for the agreed upon goal. Good. I just felt like that was getting dragged right out. Now, what I'm getting here. See, I'm getting a couple things here. Like these three positions come in all at once. You got the Magician card for you. You got ideas for this stuff you've set to the side. You've got ideas for that. Your partner. See, your partner has a couple. They're not. I feel like they're being very elusive because I'm noticing the Moon card there. They're very upset about this. I don't know if I want to say upset or just not. I'm getting like a disappointed feel because you're coming in with the Magician. I feel like you want to spend that money. I don't feel like they like that, but they're not telling you that. And they're looking at the road ahead like they feel like plans for the future may fail because you're spending this money. And I don't feel like they're happy about that, and they're upset about it. They're disappointed, but they're not pushing it forward. The Moon card, especially you have the Moon card, and the Moon is repeating over here on the, is it the Eight of Cups? Because the way I read this version of the Eight of Cups is like it's what's out there, what's next? What's coming next? Am I going to get across this river to go across that mountain? Is it actually going to happen? Is it not? And they're worried that because of what you want to do that's in jeopardy. But the Moon card, translating to both here, especially in the spiritual position, makes me feel like they're not telling you this. They're just keeping it to themselves, but they're very upset. They're very disappointed. I don't want to say upset. I want to say disappointed. The Love Come to Me is also with the Moon card, which means to me that they very much love you and they want you to be happy, so they're not going to contest what you want to do. This is another part about the working through the burdens, because I feel like they're not happy that this is happening. They're not happy that you want to spend that money. They're not happy about that. But what trumps the situation is they love you. So if you want to do it, they're not going to stand in your way. Even though in honesty, they don't want this to happen this way. Now, I'm getting here in your spiritual position, you have the Seven of Cups, which is with that Magician card. And what I'm getting is consider more about what your partner actually wants. Get them to tell you without you leading them. Like, don't give them options. Would you rather this, rather that, rather this? Don't give them options. Just ask them flat out, what would they like to do? Because I feel like you'll get the truth about what they want to do if you don't lead them first. If they don't realize what you want to do first, if it's just open, I feel like they'll tell you the truth that they would prefer to wait till the long-term goal and do that. That's what they would really like to do. But to see that, you're going to have to be careful not to give hints about what you really want, or that you're looking to you have all these ideas. Don't tell them about all your possibilities. Ask them what they want without telling them or sharing with them first about what you want, and you'll get the truth about what they actually want. Because I'm also getting for you. You got the World, you got romance, you got victory, where you're standing with your partner. You love your partner just as much. You love them just as much as they love you. And what I'm getting here is if you realize how they really feel, that's going to change your perspective on the whole situation, and you're not going to push it forward. You're willing to do this for them. You're willing to hold back for them because you love them just as much as they love you. Once you realize how they truly feel, I feel like that'll change completely how you handle the situation. Because of the love. The love means the most to you. That's what I'm getting here, if this reading is hitting with you. Now, how is this popping in? That's where you're standing. The love means the most to you, especially with the world. Like the world is telling me, getting a better sense of your partner and what your partner really likes, which I wouldn't say was the traditional meaning for this card, but that's what I feel like the world, like your partner is the world to you. You want to know what they truly feel because you're standing in the spot of the world and you want to know the honest truth. Like, how do I put this? I don't know if this sounds corny, but like I feel like they're your world in the sense of like, if they're upset and they don't like this, you want to know, and that's going to change how you move forward. The more you know about how they truly feel, the more this changes your perspective. I'm kind of getting that with the world for you. That's usually like the change of a phase, blah, 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 blah. But for you, I'm getting this is more about you want to know exactly how they truly feel. This card over here is elusive. It's not really coming through yet. But I am getting it. I'm getting it, connected with the Temperance. They have, is that the Six of Swords? It's the Six of Swords. The long-term goal, I feel like they're afraid to get too invested into it. Not because you wouldn't do it, but because they're not holding you to it, and they're realizing if they don't do that, there's a good chance it won't happen. So they're trying not to get too invested in it. And they do really want the long-term goal. Whatever this long-term goal is the two of you have decided on, they really, really do want it. I just feel like they're more willing to give in to what you want rather than just stand up for what they want for whatever reason. Which to me this feels out of balance only because I don't feel like it has to be that way. I feel like how they're viewing the situation, it makes it a little off balance because they feel like they have to back down and give you what you want for the relationship to be a happy relationship. I don't feel like that's how it is for you. And I'm wondering if there's emotional baggage here on your partner's side where other people have treated them in a different way, him, her, them, however that's hitting. I'm just kind of wondering if for a lot of you if your partner has some emotional baggage where they're used to being railroaded and you're not. I don't feel like you would do that. I really don't feel like you would do that to your partner. I'm not getting that energy here. I know it's a general read, but I'm not connecting with a feeling like that. But they're not seeing it. And I'm thinking there's something it's one thing to know you're a different person, but it's just like that bass drum in a song that's just always there, and they're just feeling like they're supposed to give in, and they're very used to it, so that's why they do it. It has nothing to do with you personally. It's just how life has been for them, the pattern or the tempo they're used to, if that makes sense. Because I don't feel like it has to be this way. I don't feel like you'd shoot them down if they explained how much this meant to them. To you. They're about the love. They want you to be happy. They want the relationship's the most important thing to your partner. But ironically, so isn't it to you. Like I don't understand. They're not seeing it though. They're not understanding it. I just feel like your partner has this thing in their head like they have to give in for a relationship to work out. See, are they? Because I do feel things are going to balance out. But who's it going to balance out for? Hopefully the both of you. It's going to balance out, but what's happening here? Because they feel like they're standing in a position where they feel like they always have to sacrifice and have to walk away from what they want to make sure the relationship is okay. That's not true here, though. I don't feel like that's really the truth here. Now, what makes things better is the Six of Pentacles with the Destiny. This would improve this. And I noticed they have Destiny here, which is saying at some point, whether in this situation or another one, because it doesn't have to be this situation, sooner or later they have to come to terms with balancing things out with you. They really have to start talking about what they want, pushing forward what they want. And the two of you can balance this out and be a very successful couple. This can go really well. But until your partner voices what they want and is more persistent about trying to get what they want just as much as you. Like I don't feel like it's within this person to really overly accentuate like I have to have everything my way because that's not the energy I'm connecting with it. But they need to be like level. Like they get some of what they want, you get some of what you want. Hopefully most of the time it works in the same direction anyway. But you know what I mean? They need to stand up a little bit more and realize that it's not a bad thing to stand up for what you want. It doesn't mean you're taking advantage or hurting somebody else to get what you want. Like everybody gets their fair share. Because I'm getting like why this helps, and they're saying sooner or later, it doesn't have to be this situation, but sooner or later, like they need to be the ones who really like express what they want and how they like things. That's what's going to give them the strength to really make this relationship a powerful, stable relationship. This could be really good. Especially I really feel good about that. But they have to be willing to put their hand in and play on this. That makes things better. Hopefully it's this time around. You have these two cards. You have the Hanged Man with the Three of Wands, which is interesting. When I'm looking at the two of these, the Hanged Man with the Three of Wands, I'm getting what helps you is to hold back. What helps you is being in that state of the Hanged Man. For me, this is a very uncomfortable card because of the way the water is below this person. And the fact that there's a snake holding this person up. I find that so uncomfortable. So I feel like this is a very uncomfortable card in the sense of like, I feel like you have to like hold back a lot. Almost like, I feel like if you become stagnant, it throws your partner off. Which might create the change. If you're able to do that, becoming completely stagnant with that arena, I feel like that would throw your partner off. And that could create, because they're saying that's a good thing, that could create change on its own. And what also helps is the Three of Wands, which I'm seeing you look toward, like I'm noticing this person looking out towards that ship. And I'm getting like you holding off and holding together for future events, like holding off, being conservative and waiting for those future events. This could change things because I'm getting your partner's going to immediately, I don't know, sooner rather than later, they're going to realize that this isn't normal for you and they're going to question why you're doing this. And that's when that conversation would start. Because I feel like you're throwing your partner off. They're not expecting it and they don't understand why you're doing it. And then I'm getting from that point, you get the Knight of Pentacles. And I kind of feel like it's more in your, it's more, I feel like it kind of goes back and forth. It's kind of like you're handing it back and forth to each other. But I'm getting, there's like some kind of, like I'm seeing, is it a ledger? I want to say that's a ledger. Well, where like you're deciding we're going to do this next year. We need to have X amount of money. So you're letting your partner be in control of the account where you're saving that money, and you're putting so much in every week, and so aren't they, and that it's staying there. And I feel like you're kind of like, that way we can make sure we have enough money to do that, and you're trusting your partner to keep control of it to make sure it takes, it keeps going in that direction. And then you don't have to worry about, taking it because I feel like you're putting it completely in your partner's control. I feel like they're even saying, no, we can both have it. I'm kind of feeling like you're insisting. Like, no, we'll just put it in your name. You can keep control of it. You just make sure there's enough there and we'll spend it a year from now when we're ready to. It'll be there. And that way I don't have to worry about it. I'll just hand you the money. You'll put it in. We're good. Really, Chloe? Are you seriously with that? My dog is under... I don't know if you heard that, but my dog is under my table. I swear to God. For the love of Pete. My dogs and my cat, for the love of Pete. I mean, it's a circus and a half around here. Um, that threw me off. What was I saying? I'm getting that that's how you're doing this. Um, because I'm feeling like that's gonna work for you guys. Because if you do it that way, where you kind of like we're gonna save for like even if it's like 3 years out, and you want to buy a certain piece of property, or you want to save up for a wedding, or you want to save up for a certain this or that, whatever you're doing, you hand your partner the money. They keep it secure to where they can see it. They have control of it. You're not going to ask for it because you know what this means to them and you. But it's kind of like once you hand over that money, out of sight, out of mind, you're not even thinking about it. So it's not really like itching at you that you really have to have it or want it because you're not seeing it all the time. So it makes it easier on you, makes it easier on them. You're both feeling really good at it, really good with the situation. I'm getting you holding back throws your partner off. I'm getting that again. It throws them right off. They don't know what to think about it. That's where the conversation starts, and that's where you work out this situation. I'm getting that you holding back like that, they don't know what to do. They're just like, what is happening with you? Like, are you okay? Is something really wrong? Like, what's going on? If this is hitting with you, I'm feeling that's throwing them completely off. They're just like, I don't know what to do about this. I don't know about life right now. What's happening? All right, we did go through all the cards here. Did we touch on everything? They're telling me we touched on everything, so that seems to be going in the direction that would help the most. If this reading is hitting with you, I'm feeling like this relationship is pretty good. It's just moving it to the next level by upping the game a little. Now let's do Scorpio singles. Information for Scorpio singles. Empowering information for Scorpio singles to help them move forward in the way they want to move, help them see what's going on, help them react or know how to plan for what's coming towards them to get what they want out of life. I don't think, well, I must have seen that card before, but put the cards down. Okay. Let's do these. This is single Scorpio. Good. 8 of Swords is where you're standing. So you're feeling kind of trapped is my first thought. I don't know if that's correct. I have too many other cards in my hand to really judge that fairly. Alright, so the bottom card you have here is Grace. Like, it's going to take a little bit of finesse, a little bit of grace, you know what I mean, to make this kind of move forward. Is it going to move forward is a good question. Because I have where you're standing, the 8 of Swords, but you also have prosperity in the sense of, like, things are good, but you're not really in this position to change it right yet. Like, it's almost like the fruit on the vine is not ripe enough to really pick, but it's like it's looking really good, but it's not time to really kick it forward just yet. And I'm getting in the past, you've kind of been watching this person. For whatever reason, events have come forward and there's a possibility here of things going your way. You're just looking at it like it's just maybe not quite time to act on it. That's very curious at the top here. I'm noticing the 9 of Cups with the organization card, but I'm literally feeling it means literally organization, like part of a work or career situation. I mean, it's a general read, so it's clearly not going to hit for everybody, but that's kind of, when I see organization, that's the first thing that pops into my mind is like a corporate environment or something like that. Could be even like, for some of you, I'm getting it's a church thing, which is cool. Like, somebody's a part of an organization that you're a part of. And I'm getting with the 9 of Cups is like you're very happy with your connection with that and with them at this point, which is another reason why you're moving forward very conservatively, if I want to spit that out. And it's just seeming like it's not really ready for it to move forward, not just yet. Um, at the bottom, I feel like it's more of the same energy, and it's same energy in your thoughts. So I don't want to drown on it, but the Queen of Pentacles with the divine guidance, you're very careful. You're very thought out about how you're moving forward. It's not that you don't want to move forward. It's not that you are against not like you're against an impulsive move. You're just feeling for the situation. It's just best to think it out and move slowly. And in your thoughts, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Like, this is something. If this moves forward, you're truly looking to cement this in a permanent thought. Like, this isn't one of those people you want to date just to see how it's going to work out. This is somebody you're looking at, you see extreme value in. If you get this going, you plan to lock it in, like get married or whatever that might be for you. Like, permanent is what you're looking at. This isn't just about getting to know somebody. This is about building that life. You've already made that decision. Like, if this goes forward, that's what you want here. Now, I'm getting the Six of Cups here with the environment, which this person seems to be. I don't feel like they're centered on you, but they seem very content and happy. Life seems to be good for this person right now. I don't feel I'm overly centered on you in any sense, but it's not that they're against that. It's just their focus just hasn't. I just don't feel like their focus is on you right yet. Again, I don't feel like there's a lack of interest. I just feel like their focus isn't there at the moment. It's not a bad thing. I just feel like there's other things going on around this person, and they're just not realizing yet the potential. I'm partially wondering if they even realize you're interested to be truthful, because I'm not feeling like they're connecting there just yet. When I'm looking in the center, now this is interesting because I got the Chariot with the Ten of Wands. So it makes me feel like you're around this person and you're doing things with this person, but I feel like you're very active with this person, but it's not in a dating sense. Like, I feel like you're connected with this person anyway, and you're hanging out. It seems like you're close to them, but you're not pushing forward at all what your interest is. I don't feel like you're coming forward with that at all, and that's why the Ten of Swords is after, because it's a little burdensome for you, because you want to share with this person that you're interested and would like to get to know them more. Well, you would like to more than get to know them more. You think they're a great person and you'd like to be with them, is the honest truth. But you would start off a little more rationally, is what I'm thinking. Let's hang out, let's go out. Would you like to go to dinner with me sometime? Something like that. But at this point, you're not pushing that forward, and that's where the Ten of Wands, comes in, because that's burdensome. Because it's hard to not share how you feel. Instinctively, you want to. Now, I'm going forward to the next spot here, and I'm noticing the Nine of Swords. I'm feeling like you're not finding a way to really make this happen. You would like to, but you're starting to feel like a ghost, in the sense of, like, this person is aware of you, but you're not really interacting with them as much as you'd like to. You're not able to really pull it into the arena you want it to. You would like to ask them out. You would like things to go forward, but you're not seeing it happen. In some cases, I know that you'd prefer they ask you, or you'd like them to notice you more, but either way, you're kind of feeling like a ghost. Like, they're aware of you, but you don't really have that impact on their life that you would like to have. And I'm getting, this is in the future, so this seems to be the next step forward. Like, it's just not coming in, and you're starting to think, well, maybe it just never will. That's when we go to the end. And there's 4 cards, 2 tarot, and 2 oracle card. The question is, how is this going to play out? Let's just do this one at a time. So you got the wheel. Opportunity presents itself. That's opportunity presents itself. That's all I'm getting from that. This one, you're taking that chance. It's the challenge here. You're just taking the chance and putting it out there what you're thinking. Because your heart is pulling you, and it's one of those situations where you don't want to regret never giving it a shot. You can come forward very respectful to this person about your interest. Just giving it a chance, like if you don't give it a chance, if you don't put it out there, you never have a chance. And I do get that you are going to go for it. It seems a little bit whimsical. Now, I got 2 cards here. The advice: have the strength to let yourself do this. The let go is like let go of the insecurity. Let go of the nervousness. I'm getting, because of the way this is together, because of the situation itself, the organization, that's what I'm getting. Because that's how that feels there. You're reluctant because of that. And I feel like if there are certain like gray areas or touchy subjects, I feel like you can put it out there in a respectful way without making anybody really uncomfortable or putting yourself in danger if that's what you're worried about. There is a way to start the conversation to see if there's any interest. It's just, putting it out there in the correct perspective. Because they're saying let go and have the strength to just put it out there that you're interested in this person. You don't have any chance unless you do that. I'm kind of, and I know how this sounds, and I apologize for this, but it feels 50-50 in the sense of like some of you are going to have success, others of you are not, but it'll put closure on it. If there's no success for you, it'll put closure on it, but if there is success, I feel like it's going to go exactly where you want it to go. So I feel like that's the final advice on this situation, just to put it out there, because I feel like you could put it out there in a way that you're not putting anybody in danger or making anybody uncomfortable. Just putting it out there. I would be interested in seeing you personally if you're into it. Of course, if you're not, I'm completely okay with that. I think you're a very interesting person, and I would like to get to know you more. Something like that, I feel like can come out in you, and I do feel like you're gonna do it, because otherwise, it's just it's gonna linger until it just slowly dies out, and it's just gonna be it's like a slow, agonizing death. Is kind of what it feels like. So just coming forward with it, saying how you feel, saying what you're thinking in a very smart, just non-invasive way, which I feel like you can do without a problem, you'll get your answer. I do feel like there's a 50-50 chance it'll go either way, but I'm even getting those that it doesn't go the way you want it to. I get like it's just a quick, no thank you, I don't see you that way, and then you can just like kind of walk away. I don't feel like you're going to be excited about it, but closure is closure, and you just kind of like it's kind of like you're letting it go, because like, well, there's no use thinking about it because nothing's going to happen there. Why bother thinking about it? Good. All right, I'm going to wrap that up there. Thank you for watching. Of course, if you'd like a reading from me, go ahead and shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. Thank you.